Why do we sit here being silent, watching our leaders turn into tyrants? Have they forgotten which side they're fighting for? Checks and balances set aside and rule of laws, euthanized and Constitution openly ignored. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Is it time for right and left to join a greater cause? Man, I'm not okay. The rich claim to be victimized just to attack the marginalized. This 1% really worth more than all the sick and poor. Always preaching about fellowship while planning their dictatorship. Now we've seen how all of this plays out before. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Time for you and I to join our country's call. Man, I'm not okay. Ever wonder all the mystery, why they whitewash our history? Keep dividing is their plan. All in all, such a scam. Algorithm very sly, only used to spread the lies. Politicians know well, hate is simple to upsell. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Time for you and I to join our country's call.
We are not okay. America is not okay, and we all know that. Former Congressman Joe Walsh, this is The Social Contract with Joe Walsh. Let's figure out how to get okay together. Hey, this is courtesy Linda Hill on Twitter. This is what your president did yesterday, Sunday. The guy in the White House, the guy in the most powerful position on the planet. This was his Sunday. At 9:23 in the morning, the White House dismissed any and all press coverage traveling with Trump. He went to one of his golf clubs in Bedminster, New Jersey. Told the press to get lost. Went and played golf yesterday. And with the cameras gone, 3 hours later at 12:32 p.m., Trump would share the first of 42 posts on Truth Social in a span of 3 hours. To be clear, Trump golfed yesterday and he posted a bunch of shit on Truth Social. That's all the President of the United States did yesterday. Just 1 3 hour, again, thank you to Linda Hill for tracking this, 1 3 hour span on Sunday, he put out 42 posts. The meltdown began when he posted his disappointment with one of his appointees. I don't know what she was thinking, he said, before he jumped straight into more delusional and dangerous images. Among the flood of posts, he shared an image of an AI-generated image of himself kissing Jesus on a golden crucifix. He shared a Trump 2028 campaign poster, a fake image of himself walking beside a handcuffed alien on a military base, and a renewed threat to invade Greenland. This is what the President of the United States did yesterday. Shared an AI-generated image of himself kissing Jesus on a golden crucifix. Shared a Trump 2028 campaign poster. Posted a fake image of himself walking beside a handcuffed alien on a military base. And he renewed his threat to invade Greenland. He didn't stop there. He posted a painting of himself as the commanding general leading Revolutionary War soldiers into battle with his mouth open in a battle cry. while flames consumed the battlefield behind him and a battered American flag flew overhead. This is how he sees himself. Not as a president spending the weekend at his golf course, but as a warrior king leading his nation into battle, one he would never, ever have the courage to have actually fought in. Again, hat tip to Linda Hill, the fantasy is not harmless because right now he is leading us deeper into a real war where real people have died. Trump yesterday also shared a fake image of his face merged with President George Washington's, split straight down the middle under the words 250 years / in God we trust. The President of the United States yesterday posting a fake image of his face merged with George Washington. He posted a map of South America with Venezuela filled in as an American flag and labeled the 51st state. He shared an actual photograph of himself stepping out of a golf cart, hunched forward, a white USA hat in his hand, looking every single day of his 80 years, but with the caption, President Trump ages in reverse. He didn't stop there. He created an image of himself as Elvis Presley in his iconic white rhinestone jumpsuit, with a deep V-neck and with his chest exposed and a bald eagle embroidered across his heart. This was the President of the United States yesterday. He posted an image of himself masquerading as Elvis, standing in front of a microphone, about to perform for a waiting crowd. He didn't stop there. He kept going. He posted an image of himself as a young man in a military school uniform, seated across a table from the present day Trump with the caption, same guy, even more energy now. It went on and on and on. Yesterday, Sunday, the President of the United States, in just one 3-hour span, posted 42 fake, altered, enhanced images of himself kissing Jesus Christ, of himself as George Washington, of himself as Elvis Presley. I've said it a whole bunch. I'm not sick and tired of saying it again. We have a sociopath in the White House. And for those of you struggling with that definition, the easy way to think about it, the easy way to wrap your arms around it, we have somebody in the White House who is humanly incapable of thinking about, much less caring about, thinking about anyone or anything but himself. We have someone in the White House who's humanly incapable of thinking about anyone or anything but himself, who's humanly incapable of thinking about the country, who's humanly incapable of thinking about the economy, who's humanly incapable of thinking about you, who's humanly incapable of thinking about our troops. He's humanly incapable of thinking about, much less caring about, only himself. Now, I know, even those of you listening to me right now, when you play that thought experiment and now you think in your head, what are the ramifications of that? If Joe's right, Trump's a sociopath. He's capable of thinking only about himself, caring only about himself. What are the ramifications of that? I think no matter your politics, you know what a scary, dangerous thing this is, right? A sociopath will send his country to war. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck about who lives and dies. He doesn't give a fuck about how it impacts the American economy, much less the world economy. He's incapable of thinking about that. That's what a sociopath would do. A sociopath would throw down a bunch of stupid and illegal tariffs and change them every day, week, and month. He doesn't give a fuck about how it impacts small businesses in this country. He doesn't give a damn about what it does to the economy, about what it does to the inflation. He doesn't give a fuck about how much you have to pay for gas at the pump. He's humanly incapable of caring about that. It's what a sociopath would do. A sociopath would put masked federal thugs on our streets, terrorizing immigrants and citizens alike. He doesn't give a fuck about brown and black people. He doesn't give a fuck about immigrants. He's humanly incapable. That 82-year-old grandmother that ICE nabbed and detained out of that Home Depot parking lot the other day, who's been in this country for 32 years, raised a family in this country for 32 years. You think Trump gives a flying fuck that we're going to put her on an airplane and drop her off in a country that's not the country of her origin? He doesn't give a fuck about that. He's humanly incapable. This is what a sociopath does. This is what a sociopath does. Did you hear about Trump's open insider trading scheme? Keith, we got that, about the $100,000 a month. That's all it's going to take. Hey, $100,000 a month. Did you see this? This is what a sociopath does. Trump Media is officially launching Truth API for $100,000 a month. You pay the president of the United States $100,000 a month. You will get insider information on what Trump's about to do, on the stocks in the companies Trump's about to push, on the companies that Trump's going to buy another government stake in. Trump will give you all that insider information a few minutes before he goes public on Truth Social. Man, you can make billions in just a few minutes on the market. Open public corruption. Open insider trading. Donald Trump, this is real, offering people for $100,000 a month insider information on what he and his government is going to do, so you can get a leg up, right, on all the idiots out there, and you can make a shitload of money. Why is Trump doing this? Again, thanks, Keith. Let's be consistent. What is the only thing Donald Trump is humanly capable of giving a fuck about? Himself. This will put money in Trump's pocket. Insider trading, all out in the open. He's a sociopath. You think he gives a damn about the rule of law? You think he gives a damn about how it might look? No, remember, he's a sociopath. All he can think about is himself. This is a way for him to make money, a shitload more money. And for those of you wondering, and I can hear you right now, Joe, how can he do this? That's insider trading. Oh my God, how can Trump do this? I'll give you the same answer I've been giving you every day for the past 18 months. We don't have a Congress. Trump can do this. Trump can be this openly, this obscenely corrupt, because we do not have a legislative branch of the federal government. We don't have a Congress. We have not had a Congress for 18 months. Trump can be openly and obscenely corrupt because we don't have a Congress. Also, because Trump believes the American people don't give a fuck. But mainly because we don't have a Congress. So you give a sociopath, like, you get rid of all checks and balances on a sociopath, he'll do this shit. He'll do insider trading out in the open. I love putting that shit, and I did yesterday, in front of Trump supporters. And I just said, I hope you're having a great Sunday. Please take some time this Sunday and defend this. And I showed them Trump's $100,000 a month insider trading scheme, and even Trump's most dedicated supporters couldn't defend it. What a sociopath does. You know what else a sociopath does? And for those of you just tuning in, a sociopath, the world's most notorious criminals, the world's most notorious serial killers, the world's most evil dictatorial rulers were all sociopaths. We have a sociopath in the White House right now. A sociopath is humanly capable of only thinking about themselves. A sociopath can only put their own interests first. The country's interests, the American people's interest, the world's interest. To a sociopath like Trump, that none of that shit even matters. What matters is, I got to play golf yesterday. Trump also, in addition, Keith, I don't know if we have his post from his Bedminster Golf Club. Donald Trump yesterday, in addition to his 140 some posts comparing himself to Elvis, George Washington, and Jesus Christ, Donald Trump played golf yesterday and then bragged about it. Said he won some club championship, which is all bullshit, right? I mean, Kim Jong-un would just be in awe of this shit. Imagine the members of his Bedminster Golf Club. Imagine how they all just laid down for him. But here's Donald Trump yesterday, right? Yesterday, keep this up for a sec, Keith. Right? I don't know about you yesterday, but I had to do a lot of driving yesterday. I had to fill up my gas tank yesterday. And I think it was what, $4.80 a gallon? I don't know. Had to go to the grocery store yesterday. The shit's expensive. So think about it. Yesterday, while the American people are, buying whatever they can afford to buy at the grocery store, while the American people are swearing under their breath as they fill up their gas tank, this sociopath, what's he doing? He's bragging about winning some golf championship. Thanks, Keith. Inflation on the rise. Job growth stalling. The price of groceries continues to skyrocket. The price at the pump continues to go up. Small businesses in this country have basically called the timeout, man, and they're all hiding out. They ain't growing, they ain't hiring, they ain't doing anything because of how he has fucked up the economy. All of this going on, and the sociopath in the White House is bragging about winning some golf championship. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't enjoy every day on TV or the radio or this podcast or Substack or any interview I do or any piece I write. I don't bitching and moaning about Trump every day. I don't. I do it because part of my job is to inform the American people on a very regular basis on what their president is doing. Because why do I do that? I want the American people to wake the fuck up. That's why I do it. I want Trump and his party voted out of office in November. And so that's why on every platform I've got, every single day, I put the latest and greatest. This is what that sociopath in the White House is doing today. This is what he said today. I don't spend all my time doing it. I don't point out 1,000 things every day. I point out the 2 or 3 most egregious every day, most lawless, most corrupt, most sociopathic, most dishonest, the most cruel, the most un-American, the most anti-democratic things, the 3 or 4 a day that I can find, I put in front of as many voters, as many Americans, as many followers as I have. And look, I'm not great shakes. I don't have Barack Obama's following. I don't have Elon Musk's following. I've got a damn big following, and I consider it to be part of my job to keep my following, my audience, my followers, my subscribers informed, updated. I want to keep everybody who listens to any word I say, I want to keep them all, you all, righteously pissed off about what he's doing. But I don't enjoy it. I much rather enjoy pointing a finger at you, me, and the American people, and putting all of this at your feet. We have an evil sociopath in the White House. Incapable, humanly incapable of putting the country's interests first. Humanly incapable about really caring about the country. He's incapable about thinking about his family, his friends. He doesn't have friends, about anybody. Do you understand that when you have that in the most powerful position on the planet, it's a really bad, scary, dangerous thing for the planet? Like this stupid illegal war he started in Iran, leading to World War III. What's China doing? What's China doing? Is China helping Iran? Is Russia helping Iran? Trump has so fucked up this war. It could be leading to World War III. He doesn't give a fuck. He's not capable of giving a fuck. So I always point to the American people and I say, this is on you. You did this. We did this. We put this. None of this is a surprise. None of this is a surprise. We put this guy in power, knowing full damn well who he is, who he was, and who he is. Oh, Biden was too old. Oh, Kamala sucks. Oh, the Democrats are woke, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So you put a sociopath in the White House. You put Jeffrey Dahmer in the White House. You put Hannibal Lecter in the White House because you didn't like Kamala's laugh. She cackled. This is on you. And only you, the American people, can do anything about it. That's what I try to spend more time increasingly focused on. And the thing you can do, all of us can do between now and the midterm is inform everybody we know of just 1 or 2 things every day or week Trump is doing and get everybody out to vote and everybody you know out to vote. Because don't forget, what else would a sociopath do? A sociopath will never accept the results of an election he loses, duh. And a sociopath would do whatever he can. Fuck the rule of law, fuck norms, fuck institutions, fuck federalism. I'm going to fuck with the midterm elections. That's what he's doing right now. Final thought this Monday. So I think the last words I said last week were Tom Tillis, North Carolina senator, retiring, John Cornyn, Texas senator, being forced to retire. They ain't no heroes, and they deserve no applause for holding up Todd Blanche's confirmation as Attorney General under the guise of, oh, you know what? We need to see in writing that $1.86 billion taxpayer-funded weaponization fund, Todd Blanche, that you, under orders from Donald Trump, created. We need you to put it in writing that that fund's going to go away. And so John Cornyn, courageous John Cornyn, courageous Tom Tillis, have been saying, well, no, we're not going to approve it, Blanche, until we see that in writing. The weaponization fund's got to go. And the other piece of it, the fact that Trump and his family will be protected from any and all IRS audits for life, any and all federal investigations of any violations of federal, criminal, or civil law for life. Maybe that should go too, though they haven't talked about that. And people in the media thinking Blanche or Tillis and Cornyn are somehow courageous. Bullshit. Well, we knew it was always going to end this way. Supposedly, they came to a deal last night. Cornyn and Tillis and Senate Republicans and Todd Blanche. And Todd Blanche supposedly put in writing that the $1.86 billion taxpayer-funded weaponization fund will be eliminated. Some sort of DOJ order ahead of the vote tomorrow, Tuesday, where they will vote to officially confirm Todd Blanche. And so Cornyn and Tillis now, we knew it would always end this way, are fully on board. Okay, Todd Blanche put it in writing. There's some sort of piece of paper that says that weaponization fund will go away. Oh, and by the way, about the IRS protections from IRS for Trump and his family, that remains. Trump and his family are protected from all IRS audits. And by the way, people, again, don't realize this. It's not just protection for life from the IRS. Donald Trump and his family have been given protections from any federal investigation of any potential violation of any potential federal, civil, or criminal law. It's basically Trump and his family, as part of this IRS settlement, have been given a get out of jail card for life, protection for free. It's the mother of all ugly, shady deals. It's the mother of all this guy's above the law. And Todd Blanche drew it up. Todd Blanche, under orders from Donald Trump, originated all of this. And the Senate Republicans tomorrow, the Senate will approve of Todd Blanche. No mention of this IRS shit. No mention of the protection from all federal investigations for life for Trump and his family. And by the way, that piece of paper, come on now. Todd Blanche signed some order saying the weaponization fund is going to go away. By the way, again, the theme of this show today, a sociopath. All Trump has cared about from the very beginning is that $1.6 billion weaponization fund and protections from all IRS audits. Why? Because me. All he cares about is me. I want protections. I want to make as much money as I can. I want to violate all federal IRS laws and statutes. I want to break federal law wherever I can, and I want to get permanent protections from ever being investigated. Me. It's all a sociopath can do, can think about. So supposedly they came to some agreement last night. Senate Republicans and Todd Blanche. And Todd Blanche will be approved tomorrow. What? Because of a piece of paper. It was always going to end this way. The Tillis and Cornyn, it was all just a fucking dance to make themselves look like, oh, look at us. We're finally standing up a little bit to Donald Trump. Piece of paper. You're telling me once Todd Blanche becomes permanent attorney general, that piece of paper ain't going to get tossed into some garbage basket, ain't going to get shredded, ain't going to get tossed into some incinerator. You're telling me that Todd Blanche, you're telling me the guy that drew up the weaponization fund from the very beginning, he's the guy that did it per orders from Trump. You think he gives a flying fuck about what some order from last night says? And by the way, Tillis and Cornyn and all you other Senate Republicans, no way on God's green earth is Todd Blanche qualified to be Attorney General. He's Donald Trump's criminal defense lawyer, he's Trump's personal lawyer. He and he alone, Todd Blanche, under orders from Trump, has kept the Epstein files hidden. He's now violated federal law for the past 7 months by not revealing, making public, as he was supposed to do via federal law, all the Epstein files. You don't need Todd Blanche to write on some piece of paper, the weaponization fund's going away, to not vote for Todd Blanche for Attorney General. He's utterly compromised. He's utterly corrupt. He's Trump's personal lawyer. He shouldn't be Attorney General to begin with. We have a sociopath in the White House. And the American people, most of us, will either care about that or not. The end. Hey, my Substack, Social Contract with JoeWalsh.substack.com. Social Contract with JoeWalsh.substack.com. Do me a favor, check out my Substack. Thanks, Keith. It's right there. Check out my Substack. And if you're interested in helping me keep my voice out there, the best thing you can do is to become a subscriber to my Substack. Thanks so much. My email, The Social Contract with JoeWalsh@gmail.com. All one word, The Social Contract with JoeWalsh@gmail.com. Have a good week. Be brave. Thanks.
Thank you for listening. Remember to listen, follow, and share The Social Contract with Joe Walsh on Apple, Spotify. Plus, don't forget to subscribe to The Social Contract on Substack. This has been The Social Contract with Joe Walsh.